since 2009 when the chocolate and the greenberry formulas were launched, what sort of efforts have you been putting into, the next level or the next stage of Shakeology? Can you talk a little bit about how this new tropical strawberry came to be and why you put in what you did?
Yeah, thanks. I mean, we can go on and rants about all this stuff, but I guess we're here to talk about the new tropical strawberry Shakeology. Thank you. To that point, it's very challenging as a formulator to stop formulating and then go, okay, put this out in the market, because you're constantly, I know for me, I'm constantly wanting to better and find another thing and find a better supplier, and well, let's just wait a little more because we can find another superfood
and
get
technology is constantly allowing you to do more and more and more things that you couldn't do 5 years ago. Now you can do without destroying the product.
Exactly. Technology in a good way, and we're not talking about isolations and solvents and all these weird things that certainly technology is playing with, but we're talking about careful technology where we're able to care for those plants and get those things from another part in the world carefully over to a bag and for people to ingest. So on that point, gosh, I mean, it's been, starting Shakeology in 2006, completing the formula in, I think, 2008, and it's continued. So really, tropical vegan is a continuation of what was happening in 2008 all the way to this moment. At the same time, we're already
somewhere else.
Yeah, there's already stuff.
Well, we've got a lot of questions coming in already about tropical strawberry.
Okay,
so why don't we start rolling it? And also about chocolate and greenberry, I'm sure too, but primarily about tropical strawberry.
Yeah. I was going to say, the vegan came about because a lot of people were asking for a vegan version, and there's many things we can do with a vegan version that we can't do with a whey-based version, and there's things you can mix in a vegan version that may not mix as well in a whey version. So there's just more things to do and more element to integrate in your diet.
Yeah, on that note, the vegan is a very special formulation because, I've been working with sprouted brown rice, and I'm sure you've seen it forever and worked with it too, for almost a decade. And it's just now at this place where it's got a mouthfeel, it's got a texture, the biofermentation and the germination allow it to assimilate and the amino acids to absorb, and we're just getting, I probably shouldn't say anything, but because you're probably going to be asking about it, but I'm just saying, let's say generally speaking that we are getting more and more research that proves that the biofermented sprouted brown rice is becoming more and more assimilative even than the other dairy proteins. So that's a very exciting thing. So it's basically less that the body needs to work in order to use and utilize those materials. So anyway, the vegan was a very special thing. Even in 2008, I was looking into doing it.
It's actually what we wanted to do to begin with, a vegan version.
It just wasn't, the technology wasn't there, the resources weren't there. And some of you may even say, hey, there could be a chalkiness to it. Well,
I don't think so.
Well,
yummy.
Yeah, it doesn't to me either. But I think if you were to know what some of the early brown rice and versions were, you would say this is the smoothest thing ever.
Yeah.
But those things can be, if you add things to shakes like avocado or coconut or ice or things like that, and some fat, with some healthy fat, that can smooth out some of the textures if you're really sensitive to that. Probably 99% of the people won't really even perceive that chalkiness, but in case there is somebody out there,
coconut oil is really good for that.
Coconut oil is great, yeah.
Great. So a very popular question that we're getting right now is people have noticed that on the back of the bag on tropical, you don't see all the vitamins and minerals listed, like vitamin A, vitamin B, etc. But we do have that on chocolate and greenberry. So the question is, why aren't the vitamins and minerals listed on the back of the bag of tropical?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Guess the number. Send it to us and you win a toy.
Well, this is one of the exciting ultimate brand kind of new areas that we're going into, in that we're really trusting our supply, we're really trusting these superfoods, and we're really trusting the people that grow them more and more. And in that pursuit, the naturally occurring vitamins and minerals that come in those foods are in a state where obviously your body can assimilate, utilize them in the particle size that is recognizable. Now, the only reason vitamins and minerals supplementation showed up on the market is because our food started to decline, our soil started to decline, so they realized that vitamins and minerals were lacking. So that's where the whole supplementation came from. So,
but ideally, it should just be present in your food.
Exactly.
And not be touched.
Exactly. So, the idea of running around the planet and finding the most powerful, potent superfoods in the world and always improving on those sources every chance we get, that is what we're relying on. Again, I've said this before, the subordination of nature is where we want to be, not thinking that we can outsmart this beautiful earth and that we can just provide these great foods. So also I want to say that even the additions that are in the original, you're still utilizing those. It's just that the body has many mechanisms in order to break things down in order to utilize them. So you're still getting benefit from the original with the fortified. At the same time, there also is naturally occurring in the original. We just now are getting greater supply, different ingredients that have a lot more vitamins and minerals in them.
There's an evolution to it, and we also want to see how you feel, how we feel. That's how you know. It's how you feel is how you know. You can just believe constantly what you read, or you can just experience what it feels like and go from there. And there's many more decades to go and formulations to be.
Yeah.
So we wanted to know what that would be like, to try to find the best, not destroy its potency, and take it as is. And that's part of the BB Ultimate line.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I was just telling Isabelle off camera before that I was just up in, I won't say the location, but I was in Western America, and some of the American farmers that I was able to meet, and the new technologies of drying that we're getting into is just incredible. And it will influence everything. It will influence the industry. It will influence more of our products and
what we can get,
and the nutrients that are able to be suspended and carried forth in a bag is just astonishing. So the Tropical Vegan is a great stamp for our next step into the ultimate product line of where we're going.